Sunderland, Season 2. After a record-breaking championship season, Sunderland returned to the Premier League at the first time of asking, but there were two issues. Number 1, Joe Gelhardt returned to Leeds and we couldn't strike a deal. Number 2, we needed to fix our defense, which conceded the same amount of goals as a relegated side in the championship. So we dove into the transfer market. In defense, we picked up Brandon Cooper from Swansea, Regan Poole on a free, and last but not least, Moussa Niakate from Nottingham Forest. In attack, we loaned in Chiquinho from Wolves and secured the signing of Shakur Omar on deadline day for a cheap fee. Before our final signing, we went big. $15 million to sign the Romanian Ianis Hagi from Rangers. He instantly justified his value with a debut goal against Chelsea in our first match of the season, an impressive 1-1 draw. Against Blackburn, he went and did this. We then took on Leeds in the fateful rematch with Joe Gelhardt, who fired blanks and was subbed in the 73rd minute. Unfortunately, the man subbed on, Patrick Bamford, scored the goal that equalized the match in the 94th minute. Our next few matches weren't pretty, a loss to Brighton at home, and a close defeat to league leaders Manchester United, which saw us 13th place after the first month. Something else happened after the first month. FM24 came out, so we took advantage of the newest feature to transfer the save to the latest version. Our first match in FM24 saw us destroy 4th placed Aston Villa 3-0. We then faced our biggest test yet, Manchester City.
Stewart! Oh! Ross Stewart! In the 86th minute! Has given Sunderland the advantage over Manchester City!
A historic victory for the Black Cats. Surely this is the moment that we can... It wasn't over there, as in the Carabao Cup. But we couldn't let that affect us, because we had a Tyne-Wear derby against Newcastle United. It was a close affair, but not in the context of XG, as Newcastle were clearly the better team. But much like the Manchester City game, it came down to the last 10 minutes. But it was offside.
Chiquinho Robson Kanu!
Despite a big derby win against Newcastle, the chances we gave up highlighted our biggest issue. We didn't have the XG dominance we used to have in the championship, and it showed as we were outclassed in most matches that we played. The most embarrassing being this 4-0 loss to Middlesbrough, who were utter trash. Facing the treble-winning Liverpool side at Anfield, we scored 3 times. But it was a little too late since Luis Diaz had already scored 4 times. At the halfway point, we found ourselves 14th, clear of relegation, but not for long. No matter what formation I played, I kept taking defeat. It was only a matter of time before something terrible happened. The bad results kept pouring in, including another thrashing from Man City in the FA Cup. Our only win in 18 games was against that same Middlesbrough team at home, but given how bad they were, winning that wasn't exactly something to be proud of. Time was ticking down as we sat 4 points clear of the relegation zone. The 3 teams we were fighting survival alongside happened to be our next few opponents. Bournemouth up first. We scored early, but they still came back. Against Fulham, we were holding on to an impressive draw, and Elliot Embleton was driving the attack. Oh! Whoa! Oh my gosh! What are you doing? Oh! Our next opponent with 8 games to play was Everton, the team below us. We were still 4 points clear despite the other defeats, so if we won this, we might have a chance. Oh, Branthwaite has given Everton the lead! Our final 7 games weren't looking promising, but against Tottenham, Chiquinho finally showed us his first bit of quality all season to secure a massive shock result. Perfect timing as well, since Everton beat Bournemouth. We lost a close Tyne-Wear derby to Newcastle, and Everton nearly leapfrogged us, but West Ham got a late equalizer. Speaking of equalizers, Ianis Hagi scored an incredible equalizing free kick against Wolves to get us a 1-1 draw, while Everton conceded another late equalizer to Leeds. Late goals were the theme once more with 4 to play, as Ben Godfrey won Everton a point against Leicester. Meanwhile, we faced Brighton.
Sarmiento, that's offside. They've given the goal. Embleton. Regan Poole! Patrick Roberts. Shakur Omar's onside. Neto's in. Oh no! Ianis Hagi's corner. Niakate!
That goal gave us security. which all but went out the window after losing 2 winnable games. Everton lost and drew in that time, which put us only 1 point apart heading into the final day. One of Sunderland, Everton, or Bournemouth would go down. Fulham was safe because they somehow beat league champions Man City with a game to go. All we had to do to stay up was win, but our opponents were Manchester United, who were chasing a top 4 spot. Could we pull it off?
Giannis Haji with the corner. Stewart's header! Ross Stewart on the final day against Manchester United. We're about to get VAR. But the goal's been given! Giannis Haji. Shaquinho, Elliot Embleton, 2-0. Shaquinho. That's a penalty. Stewart runs up.
We did it. We survived on the final day with a historic victory. We even caused Manchester United to bottle top 4. As for who got relegated in the end, Everton, despite coming back from 2-0 down, couldn't secure the victory, which coincidentally means that Romelu Lukaku scored the goal that ended Everton's 70-year run in the top flight. Lukaku wouldn't start for Chelsea in the Champions League final. However, it didn't matter as they flattened Bayern Munich, who have now lost the Champions League final for a 2nd consecutive year. Elsewhere, Liverpool retained the FA Cup, while rivals Newcastle won both the Carabao Cup and the Conference League. But we stayed in the top flight, and thanks to my incredible tactics, we'll be able to challenge... Wait, what's going on? No, what are you doing? Don't show that! Cut the video! Cut the...